And that is it. Flamengo's out of the FIFA Club World Cup, losing to Bayern Munich 4-2. This is my match reaction to what I believe was a good game all around. Good game all around. Um, it was just some opportunities that didn't go Flamengo's way, and ultimately against a team like Bayern, they're going to knock you out of the tournament every time. So, but I do want to say before I get into the match that they should hold their heads up high. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. They should hold their heads up high. They made a fan out of me, and I'm sure like a lot of other people, they was able to watch Flamengo and the Brazilian city as a whole, just the teams that represent it, and they came out and they showed themselves. And I guess that's what this competition is for an opportunity to make some money, obviously, but to put yourself on a bigger stage to where you can gain more fans. And they did that with me. But getting into the game, bro, I look up in the fourth minute, fifth minute, it's an own goal, and that's just tough to start against anybody, but specifically against Bayern, that's really tough. It was an own goal off a corner, and then you're still trying to recoup from that. It's the ninth minute. De Arrascaeta received the ball. He had what was that? Upamecano right behind him. And there's not much he can really do with that. Loses the ball. Harry Kane has time to line the shots up. He takes a deflection, hits the post, goes in. So already 2 minutes in, you're looking at it like we're down 2-0. It's against Bayern. I'm thinking this could get ugly. I don't know much about Flamengo yet. I'm still learning. So I don't really know about their mentality and how they're going to respond. But credit to them. They came out. They had an opportunity to score. I believe it was in the 15th minute. Neuer made a hell of a good save. He made a hell of a good save. And that's what you expect Neuer to do, even at this age and where he's at in his career today. But there's a reason why he's a legend. But Flamengo showed you that they're not afraid of the moment just because they're down 2-0. They're still going to push. So credit to Felipe Luis and credit to the players for that. After that save from Neuer, I want to say it was pretty much going back and forth from that moment. But I will say after that save, for the next 5 or 10 minutes, Flamengo was winning that match. They were winning that match. You get that crazy golazo from Jerson. Again, I'm learning these names. These are new players to me, so if I screw their name up, just forgive me for that. But Jerson, he fired that shot in to the point where Neuer is about to raise his hands, and as soon as it gets to here, the ball is already flying past over his head. I'm telling myself, game on. What an opportunity for Flamengo that they have right here. The next 5 or 10 minutes, you can hear the crowd, the atmosphere. It was sounding like it was a home game for Flamengo. They were right on top of Bayern. But a player that I'm going to get on, I believe his name is pronounced Araujo, number 7. A theme that we've seen throughout this game. As great as he was defensively, before I just start to shit on him, defensively, he was winning the ball back, very aggressive, pressing. At least he couldn't get him off of him. So he had the energy going the other way. He was doing a great job pressing. He was playing like an aggressive fullback, right? That's how he was playing. But going the other way, going back to when it was 2-1, he tries to. I don't even really know what he tries to do, because when they were in, he intercepts the ball and it's like, great job, great tackle, because they was in on goal inside the box. But he panics and clears it to nobody. If anything, he clears it directly to Goretzka. And when he clears it to Goretzka, he has all the time in the world to control the ball, line the ball up. Nobody's pressing them. Gets the shot off. Goalkeeper goes the other way. It's 3-1. And that happens in the first half. And inside, I'm thinking, I don't know if Flamengo can recover from that. I don't know. But again, this is me still learning. My team that I now will support, Flamengo, they didn't give up. In the second half, they was creating opportunities. And De Arrascaeta is how you say his name. He really didn't have a good game, but he had an opportunity. I believe it's in the 53rd minute. He whips the ball into the box. It hits Elise's hand. It's a penalty. Clear penalty. And once I knew it was Jorginho that was going up for the penalty, I knew he was going to tuck that in. Right there at that moment, 55th minute, 3-2. You're thinking, all right, okay, there's some momentum. We can build some momentum here. I'm already saying we. But in all seriousness, just looking at the response of him scoring that goal, I'm like, okay, they got something brewing here. Let's go. Don't make the same mistake that you made when you went up. Well, I'm sorry, when you got the goal to go down 2-1. Don't make the same mistake that you made to put yourself down 3-1. This is where Araujo, again, comes into play. I'm looking at him. When they lost the ball, bro, I'm about to pull the play up so I can just get it, just so I'm clear on what I saw, because I didn't want to see it again when I was watching it. But they played the ball in. They lose the ball in the box. Araujo comes in from the left wing and receives the ball in the midfield. Instead of trying to clear the ball, play it out wide, he tries to dribble 4 players. They receive the ball. Harry Kane gets a through ball in. He's at the top of the box. He don't even have to look in on goal. He just made this shot 1,000 times in his life. When I saw that and they went down 4-2, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that's it. You can't recover from that. I think that was Kimmich that played the ball in. But Araujo, that's twice. And it's harsh because, again, going the other way defensively, I thought he had a good game. Pressing, being very aggressive. He had several tackles that he made. But the mistake in what he may experience something different in the Brazilian league. If you receive that ball, you may be able to take on a player or two. But with Bayern's pressing, you fall right into their hands if you're trying to dribble out after receiving the ball on top of the box past 3 or 4 or 5 players. As soon as they win it back, they have options. And they're always going to look forward before they look to the side. So when they went down 4-2 at that moment, it was some effort. It was some efforts here and there, but all in all, bro, it just wasn't going to happen. I'm not going to lie. It just wasn't going to happen after they went down 4-2. Unless they would have got a goal back immediately, it was never going to happen, bro. And that's just unfortunate, man, because I'm looking at the opportunity that they had. And if you look at the totality of the game, the first one was an own goal. The second goal given up was a mistake. Now, Bayern created that mistake by pressing, but you can still look at it from a coach's perspective. They're going to be looking at that as like, we made that mistake. We gave them that goal. You give up the second goal like that. The third goal was given up. How was that done? It was the own goal. It was the Harry Kane deflection goal. Then it was the Goretzka error from that. So you had an error for the second goal. You had an error for the third goal with Goretzka when we lost the ball again, and it was able to shoot that from outside the box. No pressure. Nobody closed him down. And then you go off the fourth goal. Another error from that. It was errors made that created opportunities from Bayern, and as clinical as Bayern is, you cannot do that against them. A team like that, they're gonna kill you every single time, and that's what happened. So, credit to Bayern. They're gonna go on. It's gonna be a really good match against PSG. I'm gonna be looking forward to watching that. I believe that's next weekend. But for Flamengo, I believe their next match is in the middle of July against Santos. Again, y'all made a new fan out of me. I will be tuned in. And I will be streaming their Copa Libertadores matches. I will be streaming that. So, yeah. All I can say is, unfortunate that it happened the way that they happened, but let's be real. Bayern were always favorites in that. So, until next time, appreciate y'all stopping by. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.